Welcome to the Medtech Open Office, the place to be for Medtech experts. I will now introduce you to your hosts, Munir El Azouzi and Adam Isaacs Ray. Enjoy.
Hello, welcome to the Medtech Open Office number 6.
Numero 6.
Numero 6. Hi everybody. So thanks for joining us. We will maybe just ask you, can you hear us? Where are you from? As usual, just to see that we are connected with the world and that people are joining. So we have Diana, as usual, from Netherlands. So hi, Diana. So today we'll continue to... Fouad, I know Fouad from Canada, if I remember. Fouad is from Canada. I can hear well. Thank you, Diana. So today we'll continue to share with you some information, some fresh news. We have listed few here to discuss about that. And then, again, opening for questions and sharing with you mainly our knowledge, our wisdom, our experience.
Don't say that. we can't say that.
They turned their head now, so it's like they have big heads.
When you say that, I just think Article 7 claims.
Exactly. Yeah. So mainly we'll be sharing this hour with you. So don't hesitate to give us a message, send us your comments, send us your questions also. We'll be storing them and then we'll answer them one by one.
Debbie, Scotland,
Debbie, Scotland again. So yeah, also we have still the same people, so great. So and we have also Dr. Nagul Kumar from where I don't know. Hi, good to see you also, Dr. Nagul. Okay. So we wanted to start to say first. I mean, I want to say first. I don't know where you are in the world, but it starts to be hot outside. It's really hot. Where are you? You're in Scotland, so Scotland is cold. No, it's still.
I'm in Glasgow, mate. So it's kind of warm, but
really,
it's raining.
Oh, it's raining. Oh, it's raining. So yeah. So it's UK. So it's normal. It's the UK. So
it's especially normal for Glasgow.
Exactly. So yeah, for me in Switzerland here, it's like hot. So nice. Good time for doing maybe some trekking on the on the mountains or whatever. It's what I'm planning to do this weekend. This weekend we are planning with some friends to do a Via Ferrata. So when you go on the mountain and you are hanged on some kind of cable and and you have to move. So I convinced my kids also to come with me. So I will see if we are surviving this kind of thing. But it will be great. Okay, so Adam, we have planned some news, and we have a specific news from UK.
Yes.
So we have UK has been what?
Not yet. There's nothing.
Not yet. Okay, I thought you already have it.
Pal. So there's kind of yesterday. There was an announcement put out by MHRA. Let me bring it up.
It was announced by MHRA on LinkedIn. I saw that also.
Yeah, I'll read it verbatim, just to make sure I'm not talking rubbish. So yesterday, MHRA posted up saying we are moving towards, so not done, becoming a full member of the MDSAP. It's really good news for industry. It's really big for industry. Yeah. And then they said, announced today at the annual MDSAP forum in Kyoto, this will support early detection of potential risks, strengthen PMS, etc.
So can we? So again, we have the official members, which are USA, Canada, Brazil, Japan, and Australia. What is this level that they are now? Affiliate member. What means affiliate member?
Affiliate member is basically like Malaysia recently became an affiliate member. So that means they're not part of that kind of any of the kind of organizations that would be performing or taking acceptance of, but they input towards it. Kind of like similar to like IMDRS, a bit different, but full membership, which is what the UK seem to be talking about. They didn't say affiliate member; they said full member. So
they said what? Full member?
They said we are moving toward becoming a full member of the MDSAP. So they are going to be, it'll be Australia, USA, Canada, Brazil, Japan,
really?
UK. Yeah, that's what.
So it's not affiliate, because I remember, the one from Malaysia, it was affiliate member, and it was giving them the right. I mean, they accepted, if I can say, to take into account the reports from MDSAP countries that are sending them. So like an equivalency for the registration, which was fine. So now it's like they will be the 6th country inside. I mean, it's what they are saying. I will see.
They're saying
I will have to update some blog posts. I will have to update some
material. I need to update all my audit, like all my audit kind of checklist.
Yeah, I have also my audit checklist for MDSAP. I have to update it. I mean, it's a lot of work. Why do they do that?
But I mean, I think it's a good move. I think it's a really good move from the UK. It keeps the UK, I think, from just purely from a political perspective, it keeps the UK very, very relevant, because the UK still had MDD, it had UKCA. With CE mark in America doing more, the UK was kind of losing a bit of its presence with that, and I think becoming a full member of MDSAP puts the UK again in a very kind of prime position in the regulatory sphere, so, and it'll make things a lot easier for obviously all the manufacturers that can take advantage of it. And then what that might lead to, Munir, is that may potentially cause Europe to either go further away or Europe may look further at MDSAP and say, well, why not us? Because MDSAP gradually becomes the most kind of, it's the closest thing we have to like reliance in that way, and from a quality system perspective, but it doesn't do your registration, obviously.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but let's see what Europe will be doing. And but it's, I mean, I say it's a good move. It will be a big announcement when it will be really effective. So it will be a great thing. So let's see that.
Yeah.
Okay. So we see on the chat. Oh, Anna Caroline Kornek. I know her. She's my colleague, one former colleague from Switzerland again. So hi, Hannah.
And Tamara.
We have Dr. Nagul from India. Tamara also from Ukraine. So yeah, great. Okay, next topic, an important one here, an update of a standard, the ISO 15223-1, which is mainly for symbols used.
It's kind of the opposite of an update. It's kind of like the opposite of an update, because the withdrawal of the 2021 standard has been delayed. That's the way they've kind of phrased it. But yeah, it is kind of basically like it's kind of cheap, but. I
think we talked about that a long time ago, that they are planning stuff, but now it's like they want to withdraw the standard, so that you have to follow this one. So meaning that mainly you should not write any more EC rep, but EU rep, and it's also adding the possibility to put UK rep, CH rep. I mean, all those rep that you are using for that. So does it mean that everybody should change it now, or
no? So what they said was they've delayed the withdrawal of the new version by 60 months essentially. So
60 months?
60 months, so 2031. 60, yeah.
Wow, it's a long time.
A long time, yeah. So that's the withdrawal of the previous version that's in place right now, or the 2021 version. So that means the new one will be applied in 60 months, basically. So 17th of June 2031.
So I should invest in a printing company soon, just to have everybody will have to change their packaging, labeling, and everything. So
invest in loads of labels that have the 16th of June pre-printed on them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But that to me, in terms of impact on industry and what it means, is really, I think, I wrote about this yesterday, but I've seen, most companies I've dealt with when I've been kind of working with them, and this has kind of come up, if they're software devices or AI devices, it's relatively easy to deal with, in that sense. So that kind of solves itself. Physical manufacturers that obviously have labeling affixed to the device and stuff, I kind of just worked with them and just said, just do it gradually in a way that makes sense, and let's document this, like that, because there's obviously going to be if there's labels printed and run off, all the stock made and stuff like that. So I think industry was probably, I don't know, maybe it's just to see it side I've seen, but I think this is probably needed just to bring everyone into compliance.
Yeah.
Largely just bring the industry into compliance to stop findings being raised. But I think everyone was probably, or I think most people I've seen in the industry were trying to deal with the new new EU RIP versus EC RIP in a practical way. That if they had physical product, they were just dealing with it like, okay, we will at our next run, when that stock is finished, or when we finish this batch, then we'll just update the, like that. I think that's reasonable. So say the same
60 months is like a lot of time, so you have time to do it. It's nearly like 5-6 years. So many.
So now it's just a labeling change.
Exactly.
So and now they just put it through the QMS and just deal with it. When you can.
So I mean, you have time, you can do it. So just remember to do it. Start to do it now. And mainly, as mentioned, open a project, open a kappa, open something that mainly can help you also to gather all the information of that, or change control, mainly, or open all those things that will help you to gather information and justify why you are doing that, and the timing also to do that. To say mainly, you anticipate to do that within maybe a few months before you arrive at the end, and with maybe waiving product number 1, product number 2, product number 3, etc. So just to make it more safe for everybody. Another news about clinical evaluation. So we talked. We didn't talk that here, but I talked about that a lot of times. So this standard that they are creating now, the FDIS 18969. So you should remember this number. Which will be mainly for clinical evaluation creation. So actually, we were using the MedDev 2.71 revision 4, but now they want to move to a standard for that. So they just announced today the group, I don't know, the WG group 4, that they have finished their work on that. So I don't know what it means. I don't know if it's like published soon, if it's but mainly they were announcing that everything was they are happy of that, so it's good news. So yeah, let's see how they are working on it, but it means that as soon as it's available, I'm not sure this will be harmonized. I'm not sure this will be like you have to use it. I'm not sure exactly how the condition for using that, or if notified body will say, oh, without that you cannot do anything, so you have to claim compliance to this standard.
Do you think that will? I think that the obvious thing, and just for the EU anyway, and for the UK for designated standards, and for the US with recognized consensus standards, it would make sense to have it harmonized and all of, wouldn't it? Because it's clinical evaluation.
Yeah, but when I saw it's an FDIS, I can't remember what is FDIS. But for me, I never saw an FDIS that is, I never saw, I don't know, maybe I didn't look carefully, but I never saw an FDIS that is harmonized. So it's why I was asking, maybe it's just...
the technical committee that's writing it, you mean, is FDIS?
It's why I'm asking, what is FDIS again? Because... I
don't know what FDIS, I know what DIS is.
Yeah, but it's why I'm asking, what is FDIS? Because I don't know if this is like the final name of the product, so... I said I never saw an FDIS that is harmonized, so it's why I'm asking, will it be harmonized?
Maybe, hopefully, is there someone that knows more about this?
Yeah, maybe. Let's have the we are here open office, so everybody can join. I can also share with us. But yeah, if anybody has information about FDIS, what it means, and if we can have harmonized standard with that, if you have even an example maybe of an harmonized standard with FDIS, that can make me learning something today, and we'll see Mandy what to talk about.
I would hope that gets harmonized if it can. I would hope that gets harmonized.
But that's what I'm saying. If it's not harmonized, it will be like if you can use it, you can use it, but it's not like mandatory, or it's not like it's voluntary. Then if this one is existing, now the question is that if this one is existing, can you still quote and MedDev 2.7 revision 1 2.71 revision 4? Can you still quote this one or not? Because you say this one is obsolete already because it's talking about MDD only inside. It's not talking about
all
MDR.
All of
It's
them.
talking about essential requirements, which is not existing anymore. It's now GSPR, etc. So there are a lot of things that are not working. It's a good document. It's just that it should have been updated with MDR content, which is not. So it's why now we have this standard, and now the question is more how this standard will be welcomed. Is it like voluntary and anybody decides to use it or not, or will it be like highly pushed by notified bodies because there is no other reference that you can use for that?
I think the notified bodies would continue to use the
MedDev.
No, not the MedDev. The regulate. I think they will use the regulation, and then they'll use because for clinical evaluation they have the notified bodies have the clinical evaluation assessment report template.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that's kind of what they're using mostly. So I think manufacturers need to be a bit careful about using MedDev in there.
So again, MDR is more the result. Here, the standard is more how to do it, or some methodologies on how to do it carefully.
It's like a management system standard, isn't it? Basically, so it's kind of I think.
Okay, here we have Debbie said FDIS is not final draft international standard. Maybe it's that then. It's like it's final draft, and it will move to another version or nothing. Maybe I don't know if it will be an ISO or.
It's ISO. I can see it here on the ISO website. It's ISO/DIS. So
ISO
I think that
DIS. Okay.
Yeah. Don't know.
Okay, so I don't. Is it ISO/DIS actually, and it will move to another version after, or?
Don't know.
Okay. So
I've seen them.
We still need to learn some the different sequence of ISO, or the different types of documents, etc. Because
it shows here. It's no, it just looks like ISO DIS. That's it on the website. Doesn't say no F. There's no F.
No, but it's just more to see if this is the final version, like the published version will be ISO DIS or not. But
at the moment it's showing you still on the ISO website anyway. It's still showing under development. Anyway, so but yeah, I think obviously we've seen some news from some people in the industry that's kind of it's getting there, which is good.
Yeah,
I think that'll be welcome.
Okay.
Also on the note of the kind of clinical evaluation side of things, I will put the link because I forgot. I will put the link to the standard that BSI are drafting for clinical studies of digital mental health technologies. So medical devices that are like, say, for stress management or like kind of any like insomnia or anything like that type things. Like these, there's now being drafted at the moment. It's the consultation is out. A standard on what that evidence looks like, what it means in terms of the context of what clinical evidence means for a device like that. How is it validated? Essentially like the breakdown of analytical validation, like how does the software correctly process the data to give the correct output, So I'll put that in the WhatsApp. So people can see
WhatsApp that is there. Show it is close to you. No, the other side. So please scan the QR code and join us on the WhatsApp. I just looked at the WhatsApp in the general and I saw that Debbie put something interesting, which is medical device cybersecurity incidents response and breach reporting. So I didn't have a chance to look at that, so I will open it and check mainly what it's talking about. But if you want also to ask questions, you can really go there and we can really open that for you.
Tamara's asked something.
Yeah, I saw that now you put the draft there. Yeah, great.
Cool, yeah. So that's in the chat there if anyone wants to interact. That's cool. I can see Tamara's asked a question, Emilia. So we can,
which one? This one, yeah.
Ooh.
How do you see the role of AI changing in the medtech industry over the next few years?
That's a great question.
AI is a big bubble for the moment. So for me, it's really a big bubble. There is a lot of things in AI. You have AI on devices, AI outside of devices, AI to help devices, you have AI for everything. But you have just to be careful with that. I mean, what is great with AI, I don't know why, but I know why, but mainly it's evolving quickly. So it's getting, apparently, from what I hear, more and more accurate, more and more specific, more and more to the point. But the point here is that if we want to make it specific to medical devices, we have to feed him with really medical devices sources and information, etc. So the danger here is that if you don't feed it with the right information, or even the clinical data from patients, etc., if you don't feed it with the right information, then you can have the problem. It's why I think they created this AI Act to then normalize the way to feed also AI, to provide AI, to use AI, etc. But to be honest, I see that it will be the next thing for us. I mean, it was like it was for internet when it appeared for the public. So the AI will be the same. It will create a lot of millionaires or billionaires or people that will be making a lot of money out of that. But each day, to be honest, each day I receive a message on LinkedIn saying, "Oh, I created an AI. Do you want to check it? I created an AI. Do you want me to show you how it's working? It's for helping you to be a better consultant, be a better, create a better document creator." I mean, I say, guys, we have enough AI. Everywhere is AI. So one more and one less, it's not really helping us. But yeah, I don't know what you think about AI in medtech. Is it changing medtech as she said, Tamara?
Yeah, I think, Tamara, firstly, I love this question. It's exactly the type of question that I love. I think there's obviously loads of different ways to answer it. I think, like, if we're, like Munir said, if we're talking around AI being used in the medtech industry, or if we're talking about medical devices with AI, like AI devices in it, essentially. So I think I'll take the one of in medical devices, AI, like AI medical devices. So I think they really kind of create a very different problem to regulate. I think they're easier to develop now than they have ever been. And I agree with you, Munir, on how the way AI is progressing. It is today is as bad as it will ever be. It's only it'll be better tomorrow, and then after that it'll be better. I think like it will be very difficult to regulate from that perspective. It's easy to spin up. I do think it also poses kind of society questions on what type of society do we want to live in, and what type of role do we want to allow, like, you know, this type of technology within our society, obviously balanced with risk, you know, and kind of how people feel about
risk,
it. So
bias also. The one that could build that will control what the outputs also. So this is a lot of things that can happen. So.
Yeah, when you have agentic AI that is like assessing other elements that are say deterministically driven to then be checked by agentic AI, it's like, you know, yeah, it's definitely...
This concept is making me really crazy. We say, oh, we are creating 5 AI, one is doing the job, another one is checking if the first one is doing the job. What are we doing here? It's an interesting field that even we are working on AI, so it's not like we are not. We have some customers that are coming with AI, so we have to assess. But the difficulty for me here as a regulator is more about how can I verify that what the AI has done is correct? How can I verify that they feed it with the right data? How can I verify that there was no bias for some demographics or some things? Or I mean, AI is fed with 70 billion data, for example. Sometimes we saw some 70 billion data. So how can I verify 70 billion data? I cannot verify that. So it's more about how to do this, how to be, as a regulator, verify all those things.
Because of like the physical side of AI, if there is, you know, there's not really at all, right? But like from a hardware perspective, like in terms of the way it pulls that information is like like silos, like a silo, and it need to homogenize the kind of and have that rotation there. It does that, like artificial intelligence does that basically with like knowledge to try and make it seem more real. So it will always have that risk of like a hallucination, you know, kind of what we call it.
Exactly.
Because of just the nature of the from the within the transformers within the actual technology.
I saw also some AI people saying, "Oh, be careful because the AI will be trying to satisfy you." So meaning they will try to make you happy. So meaning that what you are asking them, they will try to guess what you want to hear, if I can say so. And I was like, no, I don't want to guess. I don't want you to tell me what I want to hear. Just tell me the truth. Just tell me the truth.
To tie this back to medical device technical files, right?
Yeah.
These are the types of hazards that and harms that need to be considered within a artificial intelligence device risk management files. Things like over reliance, over trust, kind of lack degradation of skills because of reliance on the AI. Like there's a risk that clinicians forget how to do certain things and they become over reliant on the AI. So these are.
It's mainly what I see here when she said, Ghazala says, AI is evolving much faster than ethics and regulation related to AI. So it's when you talked about technical file, for me, I was saying, in the future, technical file will be created by AI. It's not us. Yeah. I mean, we'll maybe feed the technical file AI agent to say, I need a technical file for this product with that information. I mean, I will maybe answer a question, I'll get the interview with this AI, and then it will feed or create, etc. And the danger is that let's say a startup that start to make a device, they think that with just an AI technical file agent, it's fine, but you have still to have some human looking at that at the end, I suppose. Maybe in the future they will be so good that it's not needed anymore. And the next phase, and I heard that also, that in the other side, notified bodies will also take the technical file and put it in an AI to verify that it's fine. So AI creates, AI verifies, and then at the end,
we have a dead internet.
We have dead. So should I find another job now, or?
No, I think it's I think that at first, like when GPT 4 was released, it was very much, I think everyone was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah. And then I can talk to a machine.
And it's like, I remember that was like, it's like step change, isn't it? It's like major shifts, like GPT-4 to me anyway, and that what OpenAI delivered a few years ago was the major step change. Now I think we're more into kind of improvement, refinement of these models, and kind of in that sense, I don't think we're going to go through another GPT in that moment, but anytime soon. But I do think like you say, Munir, the improvement is going to be drastic every single day.
Yeah, but one thing that is interesting also. So we talk about GPT because it's one, but there is GPT, Gemini, Claude, Notebook LM. There is you can Quanta or something. There is DeepSeek. There is, a lot of them. What I like to do also is I put a prompt on, for example, GPT. I get an answer. I take the same prompt. I go to Grok. I ask him things. I go to the same prompt to go to Claude. I ask him something just to verify: do they get the same source? Are they talking about the same thing? If they give the same information, I had used ChatGPT once to help me on something on my house, like the device was not working. Nearly ChatGPT destroyed the device because it said, do this, do that, do this, do that. Then I stopped. I said, okay, let's go to Claude. I asked Claude. I said, Claude, I have a problem. ChatGPT told me this and that, and that's why I'm at this situation. He said, Munir, he's talking like that. Munir, I think we are at a point now where it's lost. So let's try this. And he tried, and it worked. It was fun. But he was more like talking to me like a human. Munir, I think we are at the end now. It's dead. So you just try this, and I hope it will work. But if it's not working, sorry.
That is funny, yeah. No, I think yeah. I can see it. I can see its place. But yeah, we've got. I think it does have. It still needs its guardrails. That's the word for me is guardrails.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes, the legal liability always on the human making the clinical decision. Yeah, this is always also the point here. I have a lot of. This is also a bit difficult for us. Also, as consultants, as medical device regulatory person. So you have a customer. Imagine now, a customer calls you and say, "Oh, Munir, I have an AI. I need a C certification for it. Can you help me, etc." I say, "Yeah, sure, we can help you. So tell us more." I'll say, "Oh, this AI, etc., is doing this, is doing that, etc." And after our assessment, I think it's a class 1. Say what? Okay, tell me more. Why class 1? Oh, class 1 because anyway, even if he gives you a decision or an information, we always make a disclaimer that should not follow the decision. Only follow the clinical advice from a healthcare professional or something, like a disclaimer to say what we are saying is something, but don't take that into account. You have to take your own decision. Say, guys, it's not working like that, because the first maybe a moment the healthcare professional would maybe think by themselves, but at a certain point they say, oh, it was always 100% right, so maybe the next one it's fine. I just push the button and say yes, okay, because I mean, it's fine. It was always okay, and it was the time that maybe it was not okay, because it's always 1 out of maybe 1 million. So yeah, this is also the difficult part, where for us, we are here to say, how can I convince them that no, it's not a class 1, as long as you make a decision, it's a class 2A, as long as the risk is high, etc. It's a class 2B maybe, or class 3. So this is also a difficult part for us as AI, and we have to also get trained and learn, because we have to have the argument to tell them, to educate them also. Because each time it's like, oh, you want, it's funny. I had one that told me, oh, it's just because you want to increase your fee and consulting fee, etc. I said, no, I don't care at all. Just, I'm not like that. But it's funny always, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think the classification one's an interesting one. My experience of healthcare professionals with AI devices is they are not happy with their license, their name kind of basically being put on this AI, not potentially delivering an inaccurate result that they then have to check the AI. They're like, well, if I have to check it loads, I don't want to use it, but they also, from the other side of it, it's that they should be able to look at the CE mark and all that stuff and see everything in place, UK CE mark, whatever. But also a clinician is not a risk control.
Yeah, also it can make mistake also. So
yeah, you can't. I've never seen.
But here they want to put the responsibility on the clinician, to say it's not our fault, it's the fault of the clinician. So it's mainly, if there is a mistake, it's not our fault, it's the fault of the clinician.
Yeah, and that just doesn't. It's not how medical device regulations work. It's not how it works. So yeah, and because I was
saying again, AI in radiology is showing better results than traditional human interpretation and reporting. I agree. Yeah. We saw the survey, or the study, the clinical study, etc. I completely agree. But again, this is maybe fine for radiology, but maybe for other cases. So we should not take that for all the other cases. We have to have some kind of like a medical device is not the same for a MRI machine and pacemaker and a wheelchair, etc. Here it should not be like, oh, this was working for radiology, so it will be working for the rest. Because again, even if it's AI, you have to kind of build it, you have to feed it, there are some work if you garbage in, garbage out. So if you feed it with bad information, it will be providing bad answer also. So it's also why a regulator should be there, ethics also. I think one of the job that will be really interesting, maybe I will have to go on that way, is ethics, regulatory ethics for AI. Like you have to act as the ethical guy, because you are human, if I can say. Because AI can just say, I killed 1 out of 1 million. It's fine. It's okay. I killed 1 person. It's okay. Because my statistics are really good.
It's only it's percentage. Radiology. I agree. Radiology has been artificial intelligence has been, or machine learning, let's call it, has been in radiology for quite a few years now. It's not just kind of came out in the last 2 years, So what I suppose when we talk around AI medical devices, I'm probably not talking around radiology devices that much, to be honest. I'm talking around digital mental health tools that use artificial intelligence, ambient scribes, kind of anything that's like potentially like LLM, kind of like using anything like that, or entering into any electronic health records. So I think radiology is the one part of the AI as a medical device industry that we can all sit with and say, kind of happy with the profile.
Because they made a lot of tests of it. They made really a lot of tests.
There's huge data sets. It's kind of designing the analytical validation of it is fairly simple, because you can show results with traditional human methods, kind of like as I said, and then that's how you train it. So to train the AI and validate it, it's a bit simpler than a lot of these really novel ones that come through when you look at them and you're like, whoa, how do you prove that works when it's something that's there's not really anything in any examples of it, So yeah, I think it's a really interesting field for
Exactly,
industry. Yeah,
I mean, we'll talk about AI for a long time. We'll see new AI coming. We'll be having a lot of fun with AI, I suppose. So it's not it's not the end. But I'm always saying, be careful. AI for me, as I said, we are using AI for regulatory affairs. I'm also using AI with my company for some medical devices. So I have some internships on my company, and we are giving them some subject about AI. For example, the last one was about neurofeedback, and they were using AI for neurofeedback. So like you see some images and you see how you're feeling, and then they give you some other images, and then you are making a reducing of stress, etc. So we are using for both, but always I'm considering that as an assistant, but it should not be the lead for the moment, because there are so many errors, to be honest. Each time I read, even on LLM, I read a report, I asked to do a report and I read it. Each time it's like wrong. I mean, not wrong. There are some mistakes. I don't say it's wrong. It's just there are some mistakes which need to rephrase. So each time I ask the question, can you do this? They say, okay, that. Oh, can you change this because it's not accurate? Oh, yeah, true. It's not accurate. That's what I wrote. I mean,
keep going. It'll just keep going. The next thing you know, I can't. I'm careful with how I use it, because I spend an awful lot of my time like correcting documents that I suspect are written by AI.
Yeah, I saw that also myself. Yeah.
So I just try and I'm just like kind of.
It's just a funny thing. Yeah, just a funny thing. I had. It was not about. It's a medical device still, but it was not about that. It's. I just had a call. I think today with somebody that I was asking me about some activities, marketing activities, because we talk about claims for medical devices, and he said I asked an AI to do that, and he said to me, for example, the claims the thing was about approving the claims or approving some images to be used on some marketing materials, etc., those kind of thing. And they said to me, oh, how many people do I need to ask for that, for approving that? So maybe 2 people, marketing and regulatory, and it's finished. So no need to make all the company aware about that. And he said, I asked the same question to AI, and he said to me, like 12 people I need to ask my lawyer for this thing. I have to ask this thing. 12 people. I say, oh, if you do that, then you are never out. It's a nightmare for you, because you have. He said, yes, it's a nightmare. So it's why. Can you help me and provide me things? Say, okay, I told him, provide me your presentation and I will do exactly what you have done with the AI that I'm using, just to see if he's doing really that also. So yeah, sometimes if you don't feed it with the accurate information, it will not provide you the right data also. So be careful and try also to use it as an assistant, not as the expert for that will teach you everything.
Yeah.
Romuald is saying, oh, a big message. So I don't know if I can show that. Okay. A local regulatory database and the local LLM that works only with your own files is provided. But yeah, yes. I tried that. On this computer I'm using now, I tried it, but it has not enough memory. So the model I was using was like 20 gigabyte or whatever. And my computer said, I cannot process that. So you have to go to another computer because it's too much for me. So yeah, but it's an option I'm trying to test also. You may want to avoid AI, but I don't think it will be possible in the future. I agree. To develop a project without using it, instead of trying to escape AI, it is better to start learning how to work with it, not just through a chat interface, but as an integral part of the workflow. I have already started integrating AI into my regulatory process, and I believe it impacting. I completely agree with Romuald, because it's the same for me. Now, using AI helped me to gain a lot of time. Because before, what I had to do when I had some question, I go to Google, I go to some blog post, I go to some article, I go to a lot of things. So it takes a lot of time. Now I just ask AI, and it provides me a hint, some inspiration, some information that then I spot directly the point I want to look at. I'm not like just remove that because I don't see myself. So I don't spend hours to look, but I get the information. I say, oh, let me check this document exactly, and I will answer the question immediately, instead of me checking a lot of documents. So it saves me some time. But I know what I'm searching for. I know exactly what I'm looking for. I know when I will look at it, I will verify first. I will not just take what AI is saying to me and then say it's fine. I will verify if it's said correctly. So I agree. And this testing of integrating the AI inside your computer is something I'm trying, because I want also to give it access to some of my dossier. For example, when I say I want to look for an information about a dossier related, a technical file related to, for example, a surgical robot, let's say, and then can you give me the information, which dossier can I check, etc. So I want to give it the opportunity to help me to find also information and to maybe help me on my work. So yes, to support you as an assistant, this is something I completely agree. But as an assistant, not as the master that will guide you on what you have to do, because at the end you have to know what you are doing also.
Yeah, totally, man.
What do you think, Adam?
Yeah, I agree. I think I'm just careful when I use it. You know, like you say, I'm just like I'm trying to just be a responsible AI user.
What is a responsible AI user?
Just try not to try. If I use it for things, I still try and be diligent around what it outputs, you know, like, and just not have loads of M dashes all over it and all this kind of stuff, you know. I like try and just be kind of that way of good prompts, you know, good specific prompts, like, and good information, but then also kind of not using it for things that I'm not happy putting my name on, you know, like I'd still name myself.
As I said, one of the AI I will really recommend to people is Notebook LM. So it's a Google AI. What is good with that is that you can feed it with your sources. So and you can put, if I remember, I mean, I have the paid version, so we can put around 300 sources on it. What I'm doing usually is that I ask him to act as, for example, an expert in EUMDR or whatever, and then he reserves all the sources for EUMDR, and I import them, and then act now as an expert in project management for design of medical devices, for example. And he reserves the source, etc. And now I ask him the question: I have a project like that. What do you think would be the sequence, etc., etc. And what is funny is that he looks at the sources. And when I ask him some information that are outside of the sources, he says to me, I don't see this information on the sources, so I have no clue what you're talking about. So he's really looking at the sources, so which is helpful. And with that, you can also create some slide deck. They are really great. The slide decks are really great. So if even the design, the pictures, the thing are really great.
It's all very cool.
One thing that I'm using it also is for podcasts. So I create a podcast with it, and you can interact with the people speaking at the podcast. So you have two people, that virtual people speaking, and they can click on a button, and I now ask my question, and the people on the podcast say, oh yeah, great question from this auditor. Can you
So are we going to get replaced? Is that what you're saying? Even this Medtech?
Yeah, it's why I'm saying, should I find a job, and which job? So I will look for ethics now. I will look for anything about ethics so that I can be hired for ethics for medical devices. Okay, we have a question, I think, from Tamara again. Currently, I live in Germany, and I'm thoroughly analyzing the local market and regulatory framework in the medtech field. What is the biggest challenge for medtech companies when launching a new digital product? What skills are most in demand right now for engineers entering the medtech sector? What do you think, Adam?
Okay, number one is definitely finance.
Finance for sure. Yeah,
finance is in depends
finance
where
finance and I would say also understanding quality and regulatory affairs.
Yeah, of course.
Usually people that are arriving with these digital products, they are geeks that are not in the field of quality and regulatory affairs. They arrive with a great idea. No, but I mean, they arrive with a great idea, which is not a bad idea, it's a great idea. But when we arrive to the end, then they start to discover that to place this device on the market, they have to follow some regulatory field. And then they come to us and they ask us, and we say, what is the phase of your development? And they say, oh, we finished. So we say, what should I do now? I mean, it's finished. What should I do now?
It's in front of me, and there's no risk management done. So
I think there is no design plan, there is no user need, there is no. I mean, what should I do?
It came out of nowhere. So I'd say definitely following a design control process is the biggest challenge, trying to do that, because the nature of startups just is not like that. With that also, I do think the other side of that is really around kind of the biggest challenge, I'd say, for medtech companies when launching, like, is if they know they're a medtech company when they're launching.
Yeah.
Because, people will create...
Sometimes they discover that.
Yeah, sometimes they discover it. And I'd say that's a really big hurdle when you come to that. And then and because you've got the culture to prepare for with that, because the medical device industry has a culture which is kind of like it's very detailed, and and if you're not from this industry and you just come into it, I think it could be a shock for organizations. And then the skills that are most in demand right now for engineers, I don't know, to be honest. I think from what I've seen,
it's difficult this one, because even for example for software development, I'm using, for example, a Google tool which is anti-gravity, or even on OpenAI it's a Codex, and you can develop whatever application you need on that. So it's really easy to do. So even on software development, I don't know. But it's what I said. I talked to a software developer, and he said to me, yes, you're right, you can develop some software application, etc. But again, it's the same principle as for regulatory. He said you have to use it as an assistant, not as the master, not as the one that will be your developer. He said to me, for example, this guy is a developer. He said to me, I am developing an application with an AI tool, but then when I start to ask him a question and he's not providing me what I want, I am a developer, so I can go to the code and change it myself. And then I can come back and say, oh, I made the change for you. Can you check that? And can you do that for also the other files, other things? Then, because he knows the language, he knows how to talk to this thing, etc. Me, when I do that, I have no skills on software development at all. I'm still amazed with what I'm getting at the end, but I will not, after that, put it on a website and say, oh, I will sell that to everybody to say, can you do this? No, I'm not do that, because I have no clue if what I'm doing is okay. So it's mainly that.
Yeah, I think one thing that I do think is with just in particular, Tamara, with a digital product would be skills of kind of regulatory professionals or clinical professionals in the side of clinical and analytical validation for those particular devices, because I think that is a skill to show for a device which is kind of fairly novel, that needs some clinical data, like kind of to design that. I think is something that's going to be a skill that's required. How do you prove against the state of the art? Ultimately a clinical evaluation, but if they need to generate clinical data, I do think there is that kind of job that does that right now, will become even more important, and I think a lot of companies will be created to help validate these digital health products. As well, which I've seen.
It's true for QA array. I received a lot of messages also from people saying that the market seems to be a bit blocked for QA array. I don't know why, to be honest. I don't know if there is a situation, or if they are not using too much people, or if now AI is replacing us also. So I don't know. But I hear also some people that say that there is not too much of work anymore. There is people that are a bit complaining about that. Even some notified bodies say I don't have enough work, and even some companies that are like we have our resources and no need for much support, etc. So for quality and regulatory affairs, I don't know. It's what I hear. I don't know if it's everywhere the same, but it's what I hear. So
okay, interesting. What I thought would be interesting, Monier, is if we can see what devices people have in the that are kind of here, if they have any, because it'd be interesting to know what the spread of like physical devices versus digital products is among the people that are interacting with us. I'd like to know that a little bit.
So if you can maybe tell us in the audience, are you more digital? Are you more hardware? Are you more?
Don't need the device. I don't need the UDI, of the device, but I just the description. An overall description or product name would be cool to know.
But it's true that for me, most of my clients that are arriving now are AI-driven software. Sometimes it's I say it's good, because sometimes it's funny, because it's like a lawyer. We are bound to some confidentiality. So sometimes I receive in the morning a call from somebody that is talking about a certain software AI. In the afternoon, I get a call with another person, completely different company, talking to me about the same AI, exactly the same. So I'm here like, and this market will be overloaded with some AI that do exactly the same thing, and so
it's really competitive. Like I see so many.
Exactly.
so many radio, like we had a discussion around radiology device, AI devices. There's loads of them, but they all, I assume they all have their own. From what the ones I've assessed anyway, they have their own particular intended purpose. But there's a market for all of it, and I think we're just going through a phase of change at the moment with these devices going up.
Comment from Romuald. You should try Claude Opus 4.8. Have found it to be exceptionally critical, precise, and well suited to the legal and regulatory analysis. When connected to a local knowledge base Obsidian, it becomes even more powerful. I connected to my regulatory database, Obsidian, MCP, Ontology Project, and the results have been generously impressive. It's what I tried to do. I know that Claude has also this co-work that you can use, etc. So and the MCP with also the connection with the databases. So this is something that, as I said, will be really helpful for regulatory professionals. I mean, having these skills, as Tamara asked also, I think having these skills of using correctly the AI can be a big asset for anybody. I have the example on my team. I have some from my team that are using AI and some that are a bit reluctant to use AI. And I see the performance of the one using AI higher than the one that are not using AI. And I tell to the one that is not using AI, I say, why are you not using AI? I say, oh yeah, because I am a professional, so I know what I'm doing, etc. So I say, yes, I agree with that. It's not a problem with that. But now you have to spend maybe 2 hours or 3 hours to look for some documents and read that, while the other person, which is maybe a more junior than you, just use AI and is able to find all the information and move forward quickly. So this is also something that have to be so here it is from Romuald is really important. I mean, maybe instead of having some training on what is EUMDR, what is IVDR, we should maybe ask now some training on how to use Claude Opus 4.8 with Obsidian and MCP for Romuald. So Romuald, let's make a training together to teach all the community about that. Yeah, to be really
I remember on CVs, I remember my first CV, I would write on my CV that I can use Microsoft Word and use Microsoft Excel. Yeah. This is going to become that.
Exactly. I can use Claude, I can use etc. Exactly, but it's true, because now the generation that is starting to use that, they are not against you using that. They are just against you maybe using that without verifying or without controlling or without showing that you have made some research also as an assistant, not as the master giving you the data. Because I saw also some people, as you mentioned, the rest of the information, I should make a report about whatever. They make the report with AI. They don't read that data at all, and they send that to us. And I look at it, I say, it's crappy, your thing. It's it's just an AI that is making a lot of bullet points. I mean, it's not what I'm looking for. But yeah, it's
Diana there. I agree, Diana. Yeah, totally.
I will be careful with the consumer version of LLMs. Check that chat is not using the training. Exactly, yeah. I learned that Notebook LM can use your records or information if you like the answer. If you like the answer, they said on their terms of use, if I remember, or whatever, they say if you like, mainly it means that you agree that we take this information to verify what you liked. I mean, we tell you this prompt, we give you this answer, you liked it, so we want to verify to train our model to say, oh, they like this kind of information. So we need this is that. So don't like the answers that they provide to you. Otherwise, it's like a consent that you are accepting that your data is used. But yeah, I agree also. It's why I'm saying what Romuald has said was important. If you can put, and it's what I'm trying to do now, it's if you can put your AI inside your computer or even purchase a computer that will be mainly for AI content, this can be maybe better. So you have your AI, you feed it with your information, then you use it for you. It will be like in the 90s when we have those idea of computer that we can talk to it directly. It's our computer. We have data for it. It looks like that now.
That is basically it. Yeah, that's it. Maybe we should just do a whole version of Medtech Open Office on AI.
Oh yeah, we can do it. I say we can do that. We can do that.
This is like that's like This I think this whole conversation has been.
Let's test one. Let's test to verify if they prefer to have us or to prefer to have an AI. talking to them.
No, I mean, I meant I think we should just do one where we just discuss AI more, just in specific.
Okay. I thought you want us to be AI, like replace us by AI. So
no, I don't want to be replaced by AI. I'm quite happy doing this. Like,
no problem. Okay, so we arrived to the hour now. So maybe just some kind of wrap up. Just see another question or another.
Yeah, that's true. Ronald.
Only knowledgeable people and can control this kind of thing. Exactly. So it's what I say. You can control the project because you know about it, etc. So I think it's a disclaimer to say we never ask you to use AI only. To just use what AI is providing to you. You have to verify, control, criticize, etc. What is used for you. So thank you again for everybody. So thank you, Anna. I see that she said she will go. So thanks. So again, a wrap here. So for people that want again to join us at the Medtech Open Office WhatsApp, so here is the link there. So go there. I'm open to invite you. We will also put some of the information you have provided maybe today on the chat also. I think you provided something now about the BSI draft something, so it's there. So also please share also your information, your knowledge also there. Share information that can be important also for us to talk about during this Medtech Open Office. And let's see maybe where we are going with all this. It's fine for you, Adam? Hello, Adam?
Hello? Oh, sorry, I froze there a little bit. Sorry.
I say, is it fine for you? Is it okay?
It's all good, yes. I'm happy with that. That's good.
Great. So again, thanks you, everybody. Wish you a nice day. I saw that today somebody also joining from California, Southern California. So Wendy, so we go now from Southern California to India, I think, but not more. So I always like to see the range of time zone that we have.
We should do a map.
Sorry?
We should do a map.
Yeah, maybe you should do a map for the. Let's make a round map for seeing
Medtech Open Office around the world. Let's do it.
Exactly. Okay, then. Great. Thanks everybody. Wishing you a really nice day and talking to you in maybe 2 weeks again. Huh? It's again 2 weeks. We try to get the 2 weeks time frame. So maybe in 2 weeks you will get another session. So have a nice end of the day. Bye bye.
Thanks everyone. Thanks.